Hello, everybody. Welcome to the sound test room. Today we are taking a look at FontStack, and also we are taking a look at Euclidean MIDI sequencer. Right, because yes, today is Friday, the first of August already. Friday, the 1st of August, 2025. Now, Euclidean and FontStack, so a double whammy sale job this week. Euclidean and FontStack are both on sale from today, which is obviously Friday, the 1st of August, 2025, until Wednesday, the 6th of August, 2025. So the normal sale duration for these apps. Right, normal price for FontStack is $14.99, and that is also the normal price for Euclidean, $14.99. Both great apps, and they are both on sale for $6.99, so less than half price. Oh, now is a really, really great time to get them, especially FontStack if you don't already have FontStack. Right, so they both work obviously completely independently on their own. FontStack is a Soundfont player. You can layer up to 4 Soundfonts. You can do all sorts of cool stuff. You can, it's just mad. It's great. I'll put links in for different Soundfont tutorials, and also Euclidean is fabulous as well. But the cool thing is, we can send each individual Euclidean line out to each individual Soundfont. Now, I will set one of these up from scratch in a moment, but this is the kind of cool stuff you can get. So these different 4 instruments here, layer 4, you'll see, which is best of guitars and steel guitar. Layer 1 is Tinkerbell. Layer 2 is a hollow mid synth sound. Awesome stuff. Layer 3 is a soft flute. And if we look at Euclidean, we've got A, B, C. So we can switch some of these off. There's that Tinkerbell sound. And if we look at A here in our sequencer, you can see it's playing this. But I could change this sequence. I could randomize this sequence again. So I mean, scale of D minor pentatonic, very nice. I'm going to press randomize here. I'm going to switch all of these patterns off except for D, and I am going to randomize steps and sequence. So see, this is what we've randomized now. The center one, I'll turn A off. I'll randomize this again. Let's increase the event, shall we? And we'll watch as we increase our events. Let's go to D. We've got 3 events going on. Let's increase the events here on D. And let's randomize. It's going to randomize. Now I had scale switched on, so I'm going to go back to D, and I am going to choose minor pentatonic. Make sure scale is switched off, but I could randomize steps and arp. And I can then still go in and make adjustments here. Events, I can rotate this stuff. I can change the note to say a C. No, sorry, I can't because I'm on sequence. But if I look at C and bring that back in, we're in D minor, so I'm going to choose a D for this one. Awesome stuff. Cool thing is now I can go in and say change my FontStack preset. I'll open this up, maybe choose one from here. So I've got another 4 different FontStack sound fonts loaded. Now, this does come with a bunch of sound fonts for you to install, and they are free. Okay, so you just need to go into your settings here and look for your manual. And at the bottom of the manual, you will find this here, and this lets you go and find different sound fonts that you can load, that you can get for free. And there's thousands and thousands of these sounds that you can get for nothing. Right, let's just close that help. So now I've got my artisan pack loaded, so I'm going to go and load in my Euclidean preset that I made earlier for this pack. You see, they really complement each other well. And let's see what we've got going in with this one. This is our sequence for A. Scale is A minor pentatonic this time. We can change the scale to anything we like, obviously. If we look at B here, it's just pulsing on what we've got set up here. Let's speed that up, shall we? Let's go back to A, layer A. This is this sound. The sound's called New Life, and it's from the 141 Complete Bank Synth. Hass effect, which will give a stereo widening effect. Take that up 12 semitones. Go to C. No sequence there. So let's maybe put a sequence in for C. What is C? Let's go and have a look at what C is on FontStack, which would be layer 3. Saw wave synth. Put some delays on here. If you want finer control over your effects, just click on effects and you've got your delay, autopan, chorus and reverb controls. This isn't a tutorial how to use Soundfont, FontStack, but there are loads of really cool tutorials out there. I've done a few. This is just showing you how they sound so well together, because since they're both on sale. Okay, so let's do this. Go back and let's look at C. Let's make sure we select C here in our sequencer. Don't forget we've got the others turned off. Let's click randomize. I'm going to turn chord off here. And I am going to just do the sequence. So I'm just going to randomize. I think I might have I'm going to randomize this. C. I've randomized D now as well. Doesn't matter. I'm just going to randomize the sequence again. Notes and velocity, that's fine. Like I said, these are your events, so if you want more events, you would increase the closer control, increase the amount of events that are going on inside your sequence. We can reverse, we can do all sorts of cool stuff. Increase the steps, otherwise we wouldn't be able to increase the events. We can rotate any of these, and we can choose a key and scale. Epic. Reset the tuning. Right, look. Let's stop that and I'll show you how to kind of set this up from scratch. So if we just quickly hit this and hit a knit preset and go, yes. This will give us a kind of a blank preset, okay? So nothing loaded in and nothing on any of the layers. So great, a blank patch. Now let's do the same for Euclidean. I'm just going to go click on this and go new session. Yes. And what it's going to do is it's going to reset everything to this. So let's just go back now and put in some sounds for FontStack. Now I do have my MIDI keyboard hooked up via this here. So MIDI inputs for FontStack are my KeyStep Pro. Right, okay, so open up, and on layer 1 here, I am going to choose, okay, leave this on Omni for a moment. On layer 1, here I can just search for something like piano. So enter this, and I can randomize by hitting this. I'll randomize again. Again. So let's do some. Let's do some. Let's take that down an octave. So that's layer 1, and let's go with layer 2. And this time, let's search for the Soundfont. Let's hit this. Now, like I said, there are links to the Soundfont in, but there are definitely links to, say, the Emu Proteus banks, the Ultimate Soundfont pack. If we click on this, we can go and look for, say, I don't know, a trumpet metallic. Now you're hearing both, but if we want to just hear the solo of layer 2, let's just hit this. Now, if you want to add any more reverb or delay or chorus, of course you can. You can filter. Now, you can do all sorts of cool stuff with FontStack. You can save scenes, all this stuff. So let's choose something for layer 3. Let's go back to multi. I'm going to solo layer 3. I'm going to look for another sound font. I don't know. There's a general MIDI bank, right? So some of these sound fonts will only have one sound in them, and this is a general MIDI bank. But some of them, like this, you see, will have lots and lots and lots of sounds in them. So we can go up and go say, maybe what's this? A dulcimer. And to hear all 3 stacked. Okay, that's fine. Let's do that. Let's do layer 4. Let's select another sound font. And I guess this best of guitars. Let's choose that now. I'm going to solo this layer by just tapping L4 here. And there's that sound font. But we have lots of guitars in here. So maybe some... Make that a bit wider with the Hass effect. Pile of reverb on it and take that resonance off. And if you don't like it, you can just click on these to go to the next one along. I'm going to use this one. I'm going to tune it down an octave. So now I've very quickly built, I've very quickly built a new 4-layer sound font from existing sound fonts that we already have. And literally, trust me, there are thousands of sounds once you download a few packs. So if I want to hear them all together, this is great for building super instruments, you know. Now you can also split any layer you like. See that trumpet, for example, if we take it down below our layer. But because I want to set this up with Euclidean. Right. A lot of these have long hold menus as well, where you can do randomizations for all 4 layers or layer 1 and 2. There's all sorts of cool stuff. I suggest you seriously just go and watch some cool videos. And if you haven't got FontStack, $6.99 is it's not going to drop below that. Right, let's go to Euclidean. So one thing we need to do is, if we're going to set it up like I'm going to set it up now, we're going to have to change these channels. So look, you see at the moment it says channel any. I'm going to change this to MIDI channel 1. I'm going to go to number 2 and you'll see it says any again, and I'm going to change it to MIDI channel 2, this to MIDI channel 3, and this to MIDI channel 4. Now, you see, we're not hearing the stack sound anymore because we're on different MIDI channels. Right, super. We'd need to go the solo route here. So, MIDI input control. So that's cool. So we've set up our independent channels for each of our 4 layers. We close this now. And if I look at Euclidean, I'll open up this little toaster here. We've got Euclidean outputs. I can send anything else into Euclidean to control that, but I really genuinely do not need to. So I can just go, right, Euclidean outputs. Euclidean channel 1 will go to FontStack. There's a little tick there already because I've obviously already been playing it. Number 2 will also go to FontStack. You're getting the idea, right? Number 3 is going to go to FontStack, and number 4 is going to also go to FontStack. You can send it, if I had another synth here, you could send number 4 to another synth, of course. Right, let's open this up. This is a blank project. What happens? Right, I'm going to press, I've got host sync switched on, which means it's going to be controlled by AUM. I'm going to press play and nothing will happen. I'm going to turn A on. And there is our first Soundfont in channel A. And you'll see that automatically you'll get, don't worry about the ports, okay? That's for sending some different information. But since we're using this inside of FontStack, we want to set it up like this. Channel 1, channel 2, channel 3, and channel 4. This is automatic when you initialize a patch, okay? Now, if I switch B on, here's our trumpet. C, our dulcimer, and let's turn our guitar. If we look along any of these, we have our events. So if I start to change the events on some of these, let's turn them all on. So events, I'm going to have 5. We're getting cool, very, very cool polyrhythmic stuff. Events 6, maybe 7. I'm going to have 8 for that dulcimer. Or let's have it odd. Let's have it something like 9 events. And instead of 16 steps, let's have 14. And events for our guitar, let's have it at 11, but let's have 18 steps. Okay, so let's send some of these backwards. So let's ping pong some of them. So they'll bounce backwards and forwards. And you're getting now super interesting polyrhythmic stuff going on. Now, let's go back to this and now, because we're randomizing velocities as well, of course. So we could say, let's send that dulcimer, so to our dulcimer, or we can change the sound. If it's too harsh, that's quite nice. A little over to the right. The guitar, let's send a little over to the left. A bit more reverb. We could have auto pan on, but we're favouring the left side, so that's okay as well. That sounds quite nice, actually. Okay. Let's get back here. So let's set a scale and do some sequencing. At the moment, you'll see that we're just playing one singular note, and we can set notes here whatever we like. So, for instance, we could have this on. I'm going to go back and control the volume a bit on that first one. So it's a nylon guitar. Excellent. I'll tell you what, you can lose yourself for hours with FontStack and Euclidean. Right, cool beans. Let's make a few adjustments to this, shall we? So we've got this now playing note, but look, let's say, well, okay, I want the entire project, I want it to be in the key of A, okay, but just in A minor, okay. So now when I start to make adjustments here, now you'll see we have independent sequences as you would have seen before, okay. So if I hit random, I can put notes in. I mean, look, let's hit randomize. I'm going to take every other pattern out apart from A. I am going to make sure that what I want randomized is switched on. So I want to randomize the velocity and the notes, and I want to make a new sequence based on what I already have event-wise set. So I only have 5 events, so I'm going to increase the events. You see this red line will increase. And now if I randomize, I think we should definitely speed that up. Now you have tons of speed control options as well. We can go all the way down to really slow. How slow that's moving now. Or twice the speed. And we could say, well, okay, I'm not happy with that. I want to randomize again. Maybe this time I'll set up a steps in a sequence and randomize that. Very cool. I like that. It's nice. And the trumpet one. Let's look at the trumpet. This is our trumpet one. Now we know it's just playing one note at the moment, and that note is a C4, and there's 7 events. 11 events now, but let's randomize. So we're on our scale of A minor. Perfect. Let's randomize this. Let's randomize maybe steps and arpeggiate this one, and then hit randomize now. I've just randomized A again because I forgot to change it here. So actually, that's all right. I'll go back to. I'll select B and deselect A because otherwise I'll randomize them both. Cool. Let's randomize. Let's increase the events. Need to increase this steps as well to increase the events. We can control the range of the octave, the lower octave and the upper octave for the sound. Very nice. And when we're happy, we can save the preset. And I'll call this Fun with Trumpets. Just so I know where I'm at. Hit save, close this, go back to FontStack, and let's just tap on this little arrow here so we can save our preset, and I'll call it the same thing. And now of course I could just say, well, I'll keep the same vibe going with Euclidean and just change out the preset for this. I've got some other bits and pieces in here as well, maybe a ethereal music box. So I could set a new one up for this, so Midi channel 2, and I'm going to Midi channel 3. See how easy it is to build new sequences. And this has now all been played by what we've got set up here. I could change this now. I've saved it. I could load another preset. Got a bit of a hung note there, so you have a panic button. What's going on here? I'm going to change this instrument. In fact, I'm going to change the entire sound font. Oh, that's nice. It's a general MIDI bank, so awesome stuff. Let's look at what's going on. No sound font selected at all for this one, so let's look at maybe some Proteus instruments. Again, these are free. Proteus 1 presets to increase the release. Yep. You can do cool stuff with drums as well, by the way. So let's make this very cool. So we'll run this up to 16, heck no, 24 steps. We'll run our events up to 17 and randomize. Sorry, I just randomized that, doesn't matter. got to make sure you're randomizing the right thing. Or again, just change the preset out. And then change the actual FontStack preset. So making sure that if you've got different sound fonts, I've got some layered stuff going on there, but if I want separate channel control, make sure to change all these channels out for each layer. If you're getting anything weird, just hit panic. Awesome. So just a quick recap. So today, which is the 1st of August, I can't believe it's the 1st of August already. So today is Friday, the 1st of August 2025, and both Euclidean and FontStack are on sale from today until Wednesday, the 6th of August 2025. Both normal prices for both these apps is $14.99, and they are both on sale for $6.99. You do not need to buy both. They're completely independent sales, but if you don't have either of these, they're both absolutely brilliant. Obviously FontStack because of the literal world of sounds that are out there for free that you can get in FontStacks. Don't forget all the links you need are here as well. And also for Euclidean, because it's just an awesome sequencer that you can set up to do all sorts of very, very cool stuff. Guys, thanks so much for watching. If you enjoyed the video, give it a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, consider becoming a Patreon, and I will see you guys later. Ta-ta! I hope you enjoyed the video, and genuinely, this is a really, really great sale from 4 Pops and Paul. See you later. Ta-ta!